What's going on, people? It's your boy, Professor Q, back at it again. Been straight myself out. What's up with everybody? Okay, today is it's a good one for me because it's about relationship. It's really titled "Before and In a Relationship." That's what it is. And one thing about relationship, it's like I love to have like a panel of men, women, young or old. You know what I'm saying, rich or poor. Variety of people, so we can get different aspects, but I'm gonna lay down the best general uh, advice and best general advice I can come up with to help people before they get into a relationship and while they're in a relationship. So before, let's start with before. Let's say that you was in one, long term, short, doesn't matter, and you're in the before you go or before you get into the next relationship. What should you do? Every man. Now, listen, ladies, when y'all hear me say man, y'all know I'm meaning a person, a human. But I'm just talking about man in general. That includes women. But every man, before they decide to jump into a relationship, should focus on themselves first. Period. And look, if you think it's hard to work on you, if you think that's difficult, or if you think that's a problem, or you might not even think not much of it. That expectation you should be ready for if you get into one, because how difficult you think it's going to be for the person that you get into a relationship with to deal with you, and you won't even focus on dealing with yourself. And I'm saying, like, that being important, it's like the why would be to heal wounds, to figure out your character, your ways, your habits, your flaws. I mean, this is so important because it's going to make you know you, control you, better you, right? And think about when you do that growth and when you do that work, that's the energy and the essence of you that's going to exuberate out of you, if I'm using the word correctly. But think about this. What you are, you can attract something that's different and something that doesn't attach to you. You can't attract it because it's not of you. Meaning this, if it's a if a woman or a person or a man, is a certain way he's dealing with, a certain caliber of a human being, he's not gonna be, Donald Trump is not gonna be dating Shaniqua from Bankhead. It's just not gonna happen. I'm literally, it's just not gonna happen. Even if he smash her, or even if they have a fling or something, he's not gonna be in a relationship with her. That's just an example. It goes on and on. But spend that time. Think about this. There's things that's probably happened to you in your past that you never fixed, that you haven't got over, that you haven't understood for yourself, right? And if you don't do that healing, you don't do that analogy, you don't do that figuring out, then you're going to bring those issues and those shortcomings into the relationship that may damage it or further damage yourself. Uh, think about like things that's happened to you that has affected you emotionally. Now, emotions and mental is two totally different things, but and sometimes people can't tell the difference. But mentally, there's some things that can affect you mentally. And when they affect you mentally, then that means that you can go in and you can figure some things out. It's more of a mental exercise, mental build, mental preparation, mental fix. And when you have things that's emotionally, that runs deep. And that's where the crying, that's where the discussion, that's where the self-evaluation, that's where the work really comes in on yourself before you get into a relationship that you need to fix. That you need to heal those wounds first before you decide to go into a relationship. And never take that self-work as something minor. It's a major, major thing for every man to do, because it helps you, it builds you, it heals you, it grows you, so you'll be better for the next relationship. And think about, as it grows you, it's going to grow your character, grow your energy, grow your mentality. So the next person you choose is going to be a little bit better than I'm talking about a little bit better as who you choose from the last. And you want to, you're going to have to do what you look. I'm moving. I don't want to move too far ahead. Now, let's go to when you're in a relationship. When you in a relationship, right? Think about this. Did you plan what you was trying to do? Do you have an agenda? Now, mind you, that sounds like okay. The feelings are there. You know what I'm saying? Like when people decide to get together and they're in a relationship, they have a child or they get married or whatever. When you in a relationship, do you have an agenda? The female, do you have an agenda? The male, do you have an agenda? Meaning, like, is this what you, or you did you decide, or are you deciding this is what I'm devoted to? This is what I'm going to give my life to. This is what I'm going to give my hard work to. You know what I'm saying? Or my work to. Period. And without that, then that means that you don't have a goal. You don't have you're not focused. Because if you don't have an agenda, you don't have a plan for yourself and your significant other, then you're gonna be running amok. You're gonna be easily thrown off from what you need to do because you never set a goal, you never set an agenda, you never had a plan. That is the foundation of the relationship. And from that being the foundation, if it ain't strong, then that house can easily come down. And that's what I mean about, do you have an agenda? Do you know that this is who I'm going to be with? And I'm saying all those things play a factor when you go to work into this relationship. Because if it's something that you decide that this is going to be long term, this is going to be something that's going to be something I'm just going to kind of figure out along the way. Now, all those things play a factor when you do what you do during the relationship. I could be, these my perspective. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that's working out for people that's totally out of my understanding, but it works for them. So, I'm not saying that my way is the right way. I'm saying my way is a way. You know what I'm saying? So, if what I'm saying people don't have, but their relationships are working out fine, you shall continue. But I'm just saying, for people who looking for longevity, who looking for strength and looking for growth and betterment when it comes to a relationship. And check this out. When do you think the work is done when you're in a relationship? It's never, ever done. A relationship is constant work on yourself, on them, on what you need to do to keep that relationship going. That's work. Don't for the people who were in something that didn't work out, right? And then they decided, without working on themselves, they decided to get into a relationship hoping that the next person is better than the last person. So what you did was took the work off of yourself and put it on the next person that you got with. Now this person has come into a relationship with you with more responsibilities than they deserve to have. Because you are the work before you get into a relationship. So when you get in one, you're ready. Listen, I said this before. For the ones who are lonely, and then that's when they decide that this is when they're going to get into a relationship. don't get into a relationship. I said this before. Now look, you're lonely, meaning that you're tired or you're not wanting to be with yourself anymore. That's what you're gonna put out, and that's what you're gonna get back. A man, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's the reason why I'm saying that when you put your work on yourself, you're gonna put those things out there, and that's what you're gonna get back. And so if you're lonely, that means that you tired of being with yourself. So who's gonna be eager to be with you? Even if they do, it's gonna be for a short term. It's not gonna be for a long term, because you're not even wanting to be with you for a long term. You only want to be with you for a short period of time, and then you ready to, put this beingness in, with somebody else. So look, when you get into a relationship, when you've been with you for a long period of time, you get ready. You don't get into a relationship when you lonely. You get into a relationship when you ready. Like, yo, now I'm ready. Because that means that whatever comes, you're focused. You know if this is something that you want to do, if this is someone you want to be with. Because when you lonely, you're so eager to get into a relationship that you're not doing none of that evaluation. You're just ready to jump in because you was tired of being by yourself. Now look, relationships it's all over the place. Well, it can be. But this is the reason why that I'm speaking the way that I'm speaking, to help you narrow it down and help you focus and have an agenda and have a plan. I mean, okay, let's say for the people who are, who aren't looking, and then all of a sudden they fall hell over heels for somebody. I'm gonna go back to that. Check this out. If you decide to get into a relationship, right? Let's say that you look at somebody. And this for the people who look at people in a physical term. You see somebody and she fine as a mug. Ladies, you see a man and he just attracted to you. I mean, he's attractive. He's handsome in your eyes, right? He got the money. He has all that. Same way with a man that see the woman. She got the body. She got the attitude. Whew, right? All that is physical terms. How many people do you think that person attracts? A lot. A lot. So are you mentally and emotionally prepared for that if you decide to get into a relationship with that person? Or, I mean, literally, you probably didn't really analyze that for yourself. But when you are like, oh, we look, this for the people who look at, people in the physical term, they like, oh, damn, she fine. Or, women like, oh my God, he got this and he got that. Those things run amok in the world, as far as everybody would want that. And if you decide that this is who I'm going to be with, are you mentally and emotionally prepared for someone like that? Because that's going to keep coming to them. So when you decide to get into a relationship, prepare yourself for that. Because if I get with a fine lady and, am I mentally, emotionally prepared for the attention that's going to come with her being in a relationship with me? Now, mind you, some people that can handle that just well. But I'm just saying, for the people who haven't analyzed that for themselves, prepare yourself for stuff like that. Make sure that this is a person that you are, compatible for, and their agendas fit, like your agendas. You know what I'm saying? They match up. They're compatible. So, I was saying about something, but I'm sorry if I forgot. But there's too much going on. It's like something or somebody running around in the woods back here. So if I see something, I'm gonna bust their head open. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But I just want to help people with this. And my thing is, like, this one supposed to be with my wife, but she went on and went to work. So and I like to have different questions, because it helps me, think better, and and focus more on what people really have a problem with, what people are really looking for, what how people want to help themselves, things like that. Because that's why it's about self-improving. It's not about you taking my advice and running it. It's about me helping you improve you. All right, that's why it's called self. That's why I have the description is self-improve, because I want people be better. Try to build them, because I've gotten better, so I want to help people get better. It's not I'm not trying to be motivational. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with all of the motivational people either. But I'm just saying that's my agenda. So if you in a relationship, you have to do the work. You have to understand who you with, what makes them happy, what's their love language. That sounds so cliche, but it's so important. People have, male and females have, certain people have a way of being loved, because love is so broad that even from a child to a teenager to an adult, even to an elderly, everybody have a perspective for themselves of what they consider love is, right? And if you don't try to understand your partner's language, you're going to be doing things thinking, oh man, I rub her feet all the time, so she can't say I don't love her, or I buy her this and all the time. Not knowing that her language is a person who sit down and have a conversation with her. That's what she consider love. And if she consider that as love, and the whole time you rubbing her feet, you not speaking her language. So she not taking what you doing as a part of love. She's, you know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, you literally got to have these conversations, man. You got to have these conversations. So there's people that's dealing with things too, as, as far as trust and loyalty, abuse, and, being lied to, or being, deceived and things like that. So when I tell you that you should, this me, okay? Let's say, from all the relationships that I've been in, there's been deceit, and there's been wrongdoings and stealing, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when I had that time before each relationship, I had to get myself together. So when I got into a new relationship, this me, it's not man, this me. That person got a clean slate. I'm not going into a relationship saying, oh man, they played me, they did me wrong. So I come into this relationship, right, looking at this person and almost putting them on trial for what somebody else did. It's like somebody starting the game. We just start the game, but they negative 10 points already. They got to get 10 points just to start from the beginning. For me, that's wrong. All right. So I come into a relationship, I make sure they got a clean slate. This is me. And I think that's how man should be. I think man should go on, if you decide to get into another relationship, that means that you worked on you, and that person should start at same way with you. That person should do you the same way. It has nothing to do with what happened to them yesterday, because what happened happened yesterday. If you didn't get over that, don't bring that to the table and then tell me it's my responsibility to fix that in you. But that's a whole nother video. But I make sure that person started at zero. You know what I'm saying? And I work with that person from there and learn about that person, and let their chips fall where they may, and see if there's something that I want to further indulge in and further grow in. Same way, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So that's another one, man. Give everybody clean slates, man. You know what I mean? Don't bring your past into your present. You know what I mean? It was a gentleman that had a problem with his lady that he was with currently. And I was asking him why, what's going on? And he was like, man, saying that the last couple of relationships. No, he said she had did this, and that, and this. The woman that he was with currently, he was talking about something that she had did before he met her. Whoa. Now listen. That can have an effect on what somebody did before you got with them. That can have an effect, you know what I'm saying, to certain people. But I'm saying this. As far as holding her accountable or holding him accountable for what he did or what she did before they got with you, they was not with you. So how can you hold them accountable? They can't. That's not even them. That's them, but that was them then. Who are you dealing with now? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, there's men that can get with a woman that's been around, right? And accept him, you know what I'm saying, holding her accountable for what she did back then. He's trying to discover who she is now. Now there's some people that have done things in the past and are still doing those exact same things now. And if they're doing those exact same things now that you can see, then that's not going to be the person that you're going to be with. If that's not what you're willing to deal with. Let everybody start off with a clean slate. All right. Also, for the people who send me texts, send comments in my, YouTube or whatever, in my email too. Neighbors, family, for life. That's I ain't gonna even go there, but because my nephew told me don't do that type of stuff. So anyway, for people who do that, whoever hit me up in any kind of comment, leave voicemails or whatever, you know what I mean? Leave a question. Give me something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That you want to know about. Something that can help you. Something that can, whatever hump that you need to get over, whatever better understanding that you need. You know what I mean? Everybody, hit me up, man. Give me a question, man. Give me something to talk about particularly to help out somebody. Because that's what I'm doing this for, I promise. So, going back to the people that pick somebody in a physical term, you know what I mean? You got to understand, like, what are you looking for? Literally, like, there's people looking for somebody to in a physical term. Like, they got to be physically, looking a certain way for them to get with them. So if that was one thing I was telling these ladies at work. They were saying how they man was doing certain things. I said, well, then when y'all got together, how did y'all meet? And she was like, I was looking like this and I was looking like that, and you know what I'm saying, he got with me. Okay, then, so that means that you got with a man that physically was attracted to you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you get with somebody and they physically attracted to you, and and you can notice during the relationship it seemed to be more physical, that's the type of person that they are. So that's what's going to attract them, because that's the type of person that they are. They always looking at stuff that physically attracts them. That man probably haven't even analyzed that for himself, right? So I'm saying to ladies, like, well, if you have that, you know what I'm saying, you got to understand that that's the type of man that you have. His eyes is always on the go. And he's always attracted to women. You know what I'm saying? He's physically looking at women. Not saying that the women that he get with, he's trying to fall in love with. No, he's a person that like physical beauty or physical sexiness or whatever. And if that's the type of person you have, then that's something that you have to understand, that that's what you have. This was for the women that deal with infidelity and stuff like that, because a man haven't really understood that within himself. Let's reverse the roles. Let's say that there's a woman that's saying that she want to get with a guy that physically, he has to be physically a certain way. He has to have a certain amount of money. He got to have this type of car and all that. That's all physicality. And if you like that, right? How many women want a man of that same caliber, that same status, that same description, right? And if you get with him, right? If you get with him, how many women gonna be running to him? Cause you like that, right? So how many other women gonna be liking that? And just think about it. If you don't have that, and I was looking at the man like, if you get with a woman and what she's about is how much money you have and how much, what type of car and stuff, then she's gonna be like, if you ain't got it, she might be led away by somebody else who got it. She may not be with you because of you, who you are, the person. She might be with you for all what you could provide and bring to the table for her. And that's the same thing that can happen to a man, you know what I'm saying, as far as, infidelity or, distrust and stuff like that. So, of course, this can go on with. I'm not saying nothing that nobody don't know, but I'm just speaking on certain terms to help people deal with their relationship. If you are in a relationship, put in your work. Put in your work, man. Focus on how, people. Look, man, do you have self-control? Sexually, do you have self-control? You ain't got self-control. Work on that. Literally, work on that for your wife, for your girlfriend, for your the person that you with. If you don't have self-control, you know that you're going to be the downfall of this relationship. The disruption in the growth of your relationship, because you can't control yourself in a sexual manner. All right. Same way with tempers. If you don't have any self-control, you know what I'm saying, you're going to always bring something negative to the table. Women, same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have any self-control, if you don't have no agenda, if you ain't got agenda, you're going to fail. I promise you that. You're going to fail more than you're going to succeed. Because a relationship is consistent work on both behalves. So, I love to just go on and on. I would, man. I just want questions. I want statements. I want to be able to key in this energy that I have in this, these things that I know, and focus on something in particular that I can help somebody with. All right. So I want to say, shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? St. Louis. You see it. And what's up, Ma? What's up, Pops? What's up, Jay? What's up, BA? What's up, Fab? What's up, Rachel? What's up to all my uncles, Uncle B, Uncle K, Uncle Burn? What's up, Burn? Super Dave? What's up, Pee Wee? What's up, Esau? What's up, Chad? What's up, Quan? Congratulations, Quan. Quan, wow. My man proposed to his girl. Been with her for some years, man, and decided to go ahead and jump the broom. So congrats to my man Quan. And man, I had another little story, man, but I don't want to make this video too long. But shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Chad, Shy Guy, Esau, Big Clive, everybody who checked me out. What's up, Gail? What's up? Hey, Miss Terry from the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to that barbershop that same barbershop anymore, but she always checking out my videos. So shout out to her and her family. And oh man, what's up, New York? E, what's up, man? This is New York. I always call him New York, but E, he definitely makes sure he check me out. What's up, E? I want to shout out to everybody who be checking me, because I be loving it. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody who check me out, man. And make yourself better. You make the world better. All right, peace.